The protected A'ja Wilson theory. Fans swear referees give A'ja Wilson the Jordan treatment. Watch closely. You'll see fouls swallowed, bumps ignored, and ones given on soft contact. The idea? The WNBA knows Wilson is its most bankable superstar, the player casual fans recognize, the one who sells jerseys and tickets. So the league protects her, not by scripting outcomes, but by ensuring she doesn't get slowed down by foul trouble. Look back at the 2023 finals. Wilson was physical, aggressive, everywhere, but barely whistled. Opponents get frustrated, fans scream bias, and the theory grows. Is it real? Impossible to prove. But when the face of the league rarely racks up fouls despite her physicality, it fuels the fire. Wilson's dominance is undeniable, but conspiracy theorists say the whistle helps keep her untouchable. Pause right here. If you're hooked already, smash that subscribe button. We're pulling receipts, exposing whispers, and diving into the WNBA's wildest theories every week. Don't miss what the league doesn't want you to ask about. The Maya Moore Vanishing Act. Maya Moore walked away at the height of her power. 4 championships, an MVP, Olympic gold, then gone. On paper, she left to fight for criminal justice reform, a noble cause. But fans whisper there's more. Did the WNBA want Maya to fade quietly? The theory says yes. Moore's dominance exposed the league's lack of marketing power. She was global-level talent, but the league never made her a household name. When she stepped away, the WNBA didn't push to spotlight her absence. No constant reminders, no "We Miss Maya" campaigns. Almost like they were relieved not to have to figure out how to market someone bigger than the league itself. Fans argue Maya didn't just leave, she was allowed to disappear. Her era never maximized because the WNBA couldn't handle her superstardom. The draft lottery always bends for big markets. Is it luck or a fix? Fans have been side-eyeing the WNBA draft lottery for years. New York, Seattle, Indiana. Whenever the league needs ratings, the ping-pong balls seem to bounce right. Seattle landed Lauren Jackson and years later Brianna Stewart. Indiana bottomed out just in time for Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. New York conveniently stayed in the lottery until Sabrina Ionescu saved them. Coincidence? Or a subtle nudge from the league's front office? The theory says the WNBA can't risk its best stars landing in irrelevant markets, so it steers the biggest names to the franchises that drive money, tickets, and TV deals. With so few teams, one superstar changes everything. Fans don't believe the odds are that lucky. The Liberty charter flight fine was a setup. When the New York Liberty got slapped with a $500,000 fine in 2022 for using charter flights, the league claimed it was for fairness. But conspiracy theorists think otherwise. They argue it was a setup, a staged punishment designed to force owners into compliance. By making an example out of the Liberty, the WNBA sent a message: fall in line or we'll crush you. The fine wasn't just about charters, it was about control. Cynics say the league wanted to keep owners from going rogue with their wallets, preventing a power imbalance before expansion. If true, it means the Liberty didn't just get punished, they were used as the sacrificial lamb in the WNBA's control game. The Taurasi PED suspension was a cover-up. In 2012, Diana Taurasi tested positive for a banned substance while playing overseas. Instead of exploding into scandal, the story evaporated. The WNBA went quiet, details were fuzzy, and Taurasi's image barely took a hit. Fans believe the league buried it to protect their most famous name. After all, Taurasi wasn't just a player, she was the WNBA's identity. A PED scandal would have destroyed her reputation, and with it, the league's fragile credibility. So the theory goes, the suspension overseas was real, but the cover-up at home was even bigger. Taurasi stayed untouchable, the WNBA avoided embarrassment, and fans were left with questions that never got answered. The Houston Comets' sabotage theory. The Houston Comets weren't just good, they were too good. 4 straight championships, the first dynasty, the standard for every other team. Then suddenly, by 2008, they were gone. Officially, the story was financial instability. But fans whisper that the league itself wanted the dynasty dead. The theory? The WNBA needed parity. Having one franchise dominate early risked turning the rest of the league irrelevant. The Comets were the Lakers, Celtics, and Bulls rolled into one, and the WNBA didn't know how to manage that spotlight. So instead of saving Houston, the league let them collapse, spreading stars across other markets to balance the competition. On paper, it worked. Parity increased, but the cost was massive. Houston, the league's first and most loyal market, was erased. Was it just money problems, or a quiet sabotage to save everyone else? Candace Parker's rookie snub. Candace Parker entered the WNBA in 2008 as the most hyped rookie in league history. She dunked, she dominated, she was immediately Rookie of the Year and MVP. But fans swear something was off inside the Sparks locker room. The theory? Lisa Leslie and the Sparks vets froze her out, not maliciously, but to protect their hierarchy. Leslie was still the face of the franchise, and Parker's stardom threatened to eclipse her overnight. Watch the early years closely. Moments where Parker is left stranded on offense, moments where the vets don't feed her in crunch time. Fans read it as a quiet rookie hazing, or worse, intentional gatekeeping. Was Parker slowed down on purpose by her own team? The whispers say yes. The 2016 Finals was rigged. The 2016 WNBA Finals between the Sparks and Lynx is still debated as the greatest series ever, but also the most suspicious. Game 5 came down to a no-call on Nneka Ogwumike's game winner. Maya Moore's Lynx were stunned, and Candace Parker finally lifted her first trophy. But here's the theory. The league wanted Parker's redemption arc. She'd been snubbed from Team USA earlier that year, and her story was too perfect to waste. A no-call in the final moments, in Minnesota no less, was exactly the controversy conspiracy theorists latch onto. Did the WNBA tilt the finals to give Parker her crowning moment? Or was it just human error? Either way, the whispers never died. The Brittney Griner Phoenix contract. Brittney Griner's entire WNBA career has been tied to the Phoenix Mercury. Drafted there in 2013, she never left. Even when super teams formed elsewhere, even when her free agency buzzed with rumors, fans believe it's not coincidence. The theory? The WNBA and Phoenix had a handshake deal to keep Griner in the desert no matter what. Phoenix was always marketed as a glamour market. Diana Taurasi, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and Griner all stacked together. Having Griner bolt would have wrecked the league's marketing plans. So instead of free competition, the theory says there was invisible pressure, steering her to stay locked in. It's unprovable. But in a league where stars move rarely, Griner's Phoenix loyalty feels less like choice and more like design. Caitlin Clark was guaranteed to Indiana. Caitlin Clark wasn't just a rookie. She was a ratings magnet, a walking sellout, a golden ticket, and somehow, the Indiana Fever, one of the league's weakest franchises, landed the #1 pick at the exact moment Clark declared. Fans didn't buy it. The theory says Clark to Indiana wasn't luck, it was scripted. Indiana is a basketball state, desperate for relevance, with a loyal base that would embrace Clark instantly. The WNBA couldn't risk her going to a small market dead zone or a team that couldn't support her hype, so the ping pong balls bounced perfectly. Was it chance, or was Clark always destined to wear red and white? Her arrival saved Indiana's franchise. Too convenient, some say. Way too convenient. The Angel McCoughtry injury curse. Angel McCoughtry was Atlanta's franchise cornerstone, explosive scorer, fearless defender, and the reason the Dream reached 3 finals in 4 years. But her career was derailed by brutal ACL injuries, not once, but twice. That's when Atlanta fans started whispering about the curse. The theory? McCoughtry's injuries were basketball karma, punishing the Dream for ownership scandals, relocations, and constant instability. Every time the franchise seemed ready to break through, something went wrong, and Angel's knees became the symbol. Fans point to eerie timing, big playoff pushes, contract negotiations, and suddenly, another injury. Coincidence? Or were the basketball gods punishing Atlanta's dysfunction through their star? It's superstition, sure, but in a league where talent can single-handedly lift franchises, losing McCoughtry twice felt too cruel to be random. Seattle's dynasty coincidence. Seattle Storm fans will tell you it's luck. Everyone else calls it rigged. How did one franchise land Lauren Jackson in 2001, then Sue Bird, then years later Breanna Stewart and Jewel Lloyd? That's not luck. That's dynasty fuel. The theory is simple. The league wanted Seattle to be its model franchise, a consistent powerhouse in a progressive, supportive market. Too many #1 picks at just the right time to keep them relevant. Jackson. Bird, Stewart, Lloyd. 4 pillars, all from lottery luck? Skeptics argue it looks scripted, a cycle designed to make sure Seattle stayed a marquee team. Whether you believe it or not, one fact stands. The Storm never seemed to rebuild like everyone else. They just reloaded. The anti-small market conspiracy, Charlotte, Cleveland, Houston, Sacramento, all gone. Meanwhile, New York, Louisiana, and Phoenix have survived every storm. That's where the anti-small market conspiracy comes in. Fans argue the WNBA deliberately killed off smaller city teams to focus resources on glamour franchises. It explains why markets with loyal fan bases vanished, while struggling big cities were kept alive no matter what. The Charlotte Sting folded quietly. Cleveland Rockers disappeared. Houston Comets, the dynasty, erased. The Monarchs, gone. All of them small or mid-markets. Was it coincidence or a controlled purge designed to centralize power? The theory says the WNBA never wanted to be everywhere. They wanted to be in markets that looked good on national TV. The casualties? Entire regions abandoned. The Diana Taurasi retirement delay. Diana Taurasi has been the face of the WNBA for 2 decades, but fans whisper she should have retired years ago. The theory? The league begged her to stay. Taurasi's star power is unmatched. Her name recognition, her fiery persona, her highlight reel. Without her, ratings drop. So instead of letting her bow out gracefully, the WNBA nudged her to keep playing. More storylines, more ticket sales, more Taurasi. It explains why she's been given wide leeway on the court, why her minutes still stretch, and why the league endlessly markets her even in her late 30s. Is she really still here because of love for the game? Or because the league couldn't afford to lose her yet? Fans think her retirement delay isn't hers at all. It's scripted. The Aaliyah Boston-Caitlin Clark scripted duo. In 2023, Indiana drafted Aaliyah Boston. In 2024, they landed Caitlin Clark. Back-to-back? That's not just fortune, that's storyline gold. The theory says the league wanted Boston and Clark paired, creating a foundational duo to drag Indiana back into relevance. Boston is the interior anchor, Clark the perimeter phenom, a ready-made duo the WNBA could market for a decade. Sure, it's possible the Fever just lucked out with consecutive #1 picks, but when Clark's arrival turned Indiana into a sellout factory overnight, the whispers grew. Did the WNBA quietly nudge the lottery to guarantee the pairing? If true, it means Indiana didn't just rebuild, it was rebuilt for them. Too perfect to be random. The ref whistle bias against rookie stars. Fans swear it's a pattern. Rookie stars come in hyped, then immediately get humbled by the whistle. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, even back in the day with Candace Parker. The theory? The WNBA intentionally tells refs to make them earn it. Instead of protecting their new investments, the league forces rookies through trial by fire, giving them quick fouls and no respect on calls. Why? To keep veterans happy, and to remind rookies that stardom doesn't come easy. Fans argue this isn't just a basketball thing, it's a business thing. The league doesn't want rookies to immediately overshadow established stars, so the whistle becomes the equalizer. The stats back it up. Rookies often rank among the highest in fouls drawn against, while struggling to get their own calls. Is it coincidence? Or quiet instruction from the league office? Fans call it the rookie tax. The Las Vegas Golden Child treatment. Vegas feels like the WNBA's chosen one. Expansion team in 2018, the 2022 All-Star Game, back-to-back finals showcases, constant primetime slots. The theory? The WNBA wants Las Vegas to be the jewel of the league. It makes sense. Vegas is flashy, marketable, and tourism-driven. But fans believe the favoritism runs deeper. More national broadcasts, friendlier whistles, more opportunities for stars like A'ja Wilson to dominate the marketing cycle. Other teams grind for spotlight. Vegas gets it handed to them. And with owner Mark Davis pouring money into the franchise, the league treats the Aces as their walking billboard. Are they that good, or just that favored? To conspiracy theorists, Vegas isn't just winning games, they're winning scripted narratives. The college to WNBA spotlight dimmed. Caitlin Clark, Paige Buchers, Breanna Stewart. In college, they were cultural events. The second they hit the WNBA, the spotlight seemed to dim. Fans wonder, is it intentional? The theory says the WNBA doesn't want its stars bigger than the league. In college, Clark could pack arenas and dominate ESPN coverage. In the W, she's just one of 144. Instead of amplifying rookies, the league dials them back, shifting focus to the collective rather than letting individuals rise too high. That's why the hype always feels muted. The WNBA fears another Maya Moore situation, a star so bright she outshines the league itself. So they control the narrative, toning down rookies who could otherwise explode beyond the brand. Coincidence? Or carefully managed dimming of the lights? The Maya Moore hidden return theory. Every offseason, whispers start. Maya Moore is secretly working out. Maya Moore is meeting with coaches. Maya Moore is about to stage the greatest comeback in sports. And every year, nothing. But the theory won't die. Fans believe Moore has already practiced with WNBA teams behind closed doors. That she's ready, but waiting for the perfect moment. Maybe a playoff run, maybe a desperate franchise call. The secrecy fuels the obsession. Moore is still young enough, still talented enough, and the mystery makes her myth grow. Could she walk back in and dominate? Absolutely. But the silence makes people wonder, is she already preparing? And the league just isn't telling us? Fans can't let go of the fantasy. The hidden return theory lives on. The never-ending Houston return rumor. Every year, fans hear the same whisper, Houston's coming back. Every expansion cycle, every commissioner interview, Houston is dangled as the maybe, the city that birthed the Comets dynasty, the original WNBA powerhouse. But it never happens. The theory? The WNBA keeps using Houston as bait. Drop the rumor, stir nostalgia, rally fans, then move on without delivering. It keeps fans engaged without committing resources. Houston is the carrot on a stick, a marketing tool rather than a serious plan. Fans are tired of waiting. They don't want the rumor anymore. They want the team. Until then, the theory stands. The WNBA never intends to bring Houston back. They just use it to buy time.